Yeah, yeah. Hello, dear students. Okay, now see the some more applications related to motional EMF. So anyhow, so far we know when a conductor moves with a speed v in a magnetic field, then we know if B, V, L all are perpendicular, then induced EMF, sorry, motional EMF, which is equivalent to BVL, and in vector form we written EMF as V cross B dot L, V cross B dot L. So V cross B, and the direction of V cross B will gives what? Direction of induced current. So you can use V cross B rule, otherwise Fleming's right hand rule, to identify the direction of induced current. So if it is a V, if the rod moves right side, V cross B, so this is the direction of induced current. Otherwise use the right hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule. If the right hand is stretched like this, then forefinger indicates magnetic field, middle finger indicates direction of induced current, and this is the motion of the conductor, okay, in what side it is moving. Now today, okay, in this lecture, let me continue motional EMF in rotating a rod. In a last class, rod is moves with some speed by angle something 37 degrees, 53 degrees. Now in this class, let us learn if the rod rotates, how much motional EMF will be there. Now write down heading motional EMF in rotating a rod. So most important for entrance point of view, motional EMF in rotating a rod. Rotating a rod. So easy level of formula. So in the last one, rod moves with some speed v by angle some theta. Of course, we resolved velocity into some components. We got the answer. Now let us see if it rotates, how the EMF is going to change. Now let me consider the first example, one simple example. Now see, there will be a inward magnetic field here. Rod whose length is L. So consider a rod of length L, which is fixed at point O, and this is rotating with an angular velocity omega. Now it is rotating. In the last problems, the rod moves like this, rod moves perpendicular to the field. Now here the rod rotates with an angular velocity omega. Okay, now the rod is rotating. It is pivoted at point O, and this is the magnetic field. Now to find the motional EMF in this rod, you have to take a small element and apply the integration, you will get the answer. So here, to find the motional EMF in rotating a rod, let me take a small part at a distance of something x. Let us take a small portion of the conductor, that is dx. Small portion of the conductor, that is dx. And if it rotates, this dx part will move like this with a linear speed v, that we can write it as like v is equals to r omega. R nothing but x omega. So we can write v as x omega. I think you remembered v is equal to r omega, a relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Now here the dx part is moving up because I have taken a small part. Okay, if it is observed in a, means if it is zoom, means if it is drawn like this, let us suppose, let me draw this small part here. Let me draw the small part here. See, this is the small part whose length is dx. Small part of length dx moving with a speed v in a magnetic field B. Now this is like a previous concept. So rod is moving with a speed v, field is into the board, and see the thumb, this shows, this is v cross b. So this side there will be a current, induced current. Now we can replace this rod with a battery symbol with some EMF. So we can replace this rod with a, so some circuit symbol we can Draw like this. This is plus and this is minus. Let us suppose this is O. This is something point A. Let us consider. So O A. Tell me which terminal is at highest potential. O is at highest potential. A is negative potential, lowest potential. Anyhow, in this small part, there will be a small EMF, and that EMF, let me write EMF in a dx part is dE. We can write it as B L, L nothing but what? Dx V. Okay, B, V, L are perpendicular. So just you take the product. dE is the induced motional EMF in a small part. Now apply the integration. Okay, here the limits are clear. Here O is one potential, A is at another potential. So B dx, what is V? V is x omega. And the limits are clear, 0 to L. 0 and ending is what? L. So 0 to L. So this is E. Otherwise, we can write here the limits are V at O, V at A. Okay. So VO, VA. Okay. Here let me write EMF is equals to B. Okay. This potential difference nothing but EMF. Okay. Otherwise, let me write the magnitude VA minus VO, VA minus VO. I am taking magnitude. Integration of x dx, x square. So B omega x square by 2 limits are 0 to L, and this is EMF. Actually negative will get. So here because O is at highest potential, this is highest potential. So VO minus VA is positive. That's why anyhow I have taken magnitude, so there is not a problem. Let me write the EMF directly. B omega L square by 2. Okay, we will see the negative positive sign in the continuations. We will see exact sign in the continuation. Right now, let me write directly. Next I will use limits properly. So this is EMF. Integration of dE is E. This is the better way, I think. No need to confuse anything. So I got EMF as B omega L square by 2. If a rod of length L rotates about a fixed axis, pivoted at some point, then the motional EMF in this rod is B omega L square by 2. Okay, it's not a BVL, B omega L square by 2. Next we will see difference between VO, VA, VA, VO, midpoint, some different points. Okay, let us suppose the same rod, see the same question. Now I am going to extend this one. Right now I have taken just direct E. Next, let me find the potential difference between this point to this point, this point to this one, this to this, okay, all the points. So here O, now the rod rotates with an angular velocity omega. Here let me take A. Here let me take another point, something B. Now in this question, of course EMF about O is clear, B omega L square by 2. Let me find some potential difference between 2 points. So let me find here VO VA, VO VA and VO VB. If possible, we can find VA VB. Okay, now I am going to show negative, positive and all the signs. Okay, first take this one. Let me continue that one. So VO VA. So O to A. Now the rod is fixed here. Length is L. Potential difference between VO VA. Let us see whether O is at highest potential or A is at highest potential. So from this diagram, O is at what? O is at positive terminal, A is at negative. See the battery. Induced current is flowing like this, left side. So this is at positive potential, highest potential. A is at negative potential. So VO minus VA, we got B omega L square by 2. Keep this is something equation 1. I got VO VA directly. Otherwise, take a small element, again same process. VO VA, we got it as B omega L square by 2. Take this one. I'll continue VO, VB, VA minus VB. Yeah. See, VO minus VA, we got it. Let me continue VO, VB. VO, VB. Only this part. VO, VB. So here to get the VO, VB, what is the length? L by 2. Length is L by 2. So VO minus VB, VO minus VB length is L by 2. And again this V takes any small element length that is also moving up. And V cross B induced current is left side. Again O is at positive potential, B is at negative potential. Okay. If it move up, V cross B. So induced current flows left side. So O is at positive potential, B is at negative potential. VO minus VB, which is equivalent to B omega. In place of L, you write L by 2 whole square. So how much now? B omega L square by 8. VO minus VB is B omega L square by 8. Okay. Now we can find VA VB or VB VA. So take this one 2, subtract 1 and 2 or 2 and 1. Okay, 2 and 1, what is 2? VO minus VB minus VO minus of minus plus VA, and this is B omega L square by 8 minus B omega L square by 2. So VA minus VB, B omega L square by 8, 1 by 8 minus 1 by 2, 2, that is 2 minus 6, so 6 by 16, 3 by 8, so check it, minus 3 by 8 B omega L square. So which is highest potential? Is A or B? B is highest potential. Okay, so that also I am going to show. Okay, here VB minus VA is 3 by 8 B omega L square. Or otherwise, just you follow the integration method if any confusion is there. If they ask you to find VA minus VB directly, you can use direct method like integration. See, this is B, this is A. Now the rod is fixed here, rotating with omega. Here B is the starting point, it is L by 2. A is the ending point, L. Now apply the integration. Take a small element. If it moves with speed V is equal to, this is something x, this is dx. So use the same previous formula, integration of what? B V nothing but x omega dx. B V L nothing but dx. What are the limits? L by 2 to L. L by 2 to L. So just you check it. Okay, of course that is the final answer. Just you check with this integration. L by 2 to L. B omega x square by 2 L by 2 L. So B omega L square by 2 B omega L square L by 2 square 4 2, this is 8. See, same steps. Again, how much you are getting? Okay, starting is B. Okay, starting is V, this is B, ending is A. So this is VB, this is VA. So VB minus VA. So here VB minus VA, it is 8 minus 6, 3 by 8 B omega L square. Same answers. Okay, so remember it. If L is the length of the rod, if it rotates with an angular velocity omega, then formula is B omega length square by 2. Okay, here I calculated VA, VB, VB, VA, VO, VB, all we can find. Don't worry, I will calculate one more also. So you can follow the integration, otherwise direct. Let us try one more. So identify the direction of the induced current. If current flows left, then this is highest, other one is lowest. If current flows right, then this is lowest, other one is right side. Okay. Now same problem, but the rod rotates about its center. Okay, see the next example. Okay, you try this one. Now see the next one. See, again L is the length of the rod. It is rotating about this point O with an angular velocity omega. Let us give some names A, B, whatever the names you want. So find, tell me what do you want. So find VA minus VB, or let us check VA minus VO, VO minus VB, VA minus VB. Okay, find all these things. Now the rod rotating about the midpoint means the rod is pivoted here. It is rotating with an angular velocity omega, and L is the length of the rod. L is the length of the rod. You try this. Find first VA, VO. You may get negative or you may get positive. If you got negative means some different opposite directions. Okay. Let me find AO. Okay, take this AO outside and draw separate diagram. Take a small part, apply integrations and identify direction of current. Identify the direction of current. If current flows left, A is highest potential. If current flows right, O is the highest potential. Okay. Otherwise, at the end, you will get negative sign, so no need to worry. Take AO part outside. Try it. Try this. So let me take this AO part outside. A O, it is rotating like this with an angular velocity omega. Okay, it is rotating. So the rod rotates. If I take any small part whose length is how much? Directly. Instead of applying integration, we can take the length directly. In place of B omega L square, in place of L, you can take L by 2 directly, you will get. But you identify what direction the rod is moving. So the rod rotates clockwise. So if you take a small part, that small part is moving up. Field is into the board. Now V cross B. These fingers are V. This palm is B. Thumb is I. V cross B rule. V B. See, I am using plenty of times V cross B. Otherwise, if you are comfortable with the Fleming's right hand rule, you can use Fleming's right hand rule. I'm using two rules, don't confuse. Follow any one. I think V cross B is the better way. Fleming's right hand rule also convenient. Okay, feel correctly. So Fleming's right hand rule means stretch these fingers, put this forefinger into the board, and which side the conductor is moving up. So which side this shows? Middle finger shows left, means current flowing left side. So you replace this rod with a battery symbol like this. Tell me which one is at highest potential? Is it A or O? No doubt A is at highest potential, O is at lowest potential. So VA minus VO, you will get positive. If you got VO VA, you will get negative. So no need to worry here. So this is at highest potential. VA minus VO, which is equivalent to EMF, that is equivalent to B omega L by 2 square by 2. Because B omega L square, how much L? L by 2. So EMF is VA minus VO B omega L square by 8. Find other one. Take this part. O, and rod is moving like this. If I take small part, tell me the rod, tell me this small part, how, in what direction it is moving? It is moving down. It is moving down. Field is into the board. Field is into the board. Now V cross B. V, field is into the board. See the thumb. Thumb shows this side, left side. So current flow will be right here, right side on board. Okay. Otherwise, use Fleming's right hand rule. So field is into the board. Field is into the board. And if I put my thumb upward, that will show motion of the conductor, but conductor is moving down because the rod rotates clockwise. So conductor moving down means C. This is conductor moving down, and see the middle finger shows right side. Now this we can replace with a battery symbol like this, plus minus. So plus means this is at highest potential, O is at lowest potential. O is at lowest potential. Now length of the rod is L by 2, so this is highest potential, VB minus VO, because this is highest potential, VB minus VO, which is equivalent to EMF, that is equivalent to B omega L by 2 square by 2 VB minus VO, which is equivalent to B omega L square by 8, equation number 2. So I got VA minus VO, VO minus VB. What is VO minus VB? VO minus VB is minus B omega L square by 8. Okay. Now see the next, VA minus VB. How to get VA minus VB? Just add 1 and 2, otherwise subtract 1 and 2. If I subtract 1 and 2, VA minus VO, so it's not possible. So add it. If I subtract, VO becomes double. So not possible to get VA minus VB. Add it. So if I add, what is V? First one, VA minus VO plus VO minus VB, and I am adding. So B omega L square by 8 minus B omega L square by 8. 0. So how much VA minus VB? VA minus VB becomes 0. That means what? VA, which is equivalent to VB. So potential at left, which is equivalent to potential at right. So this corner potentials are same. That is, they are equipotential surfaces. So these two potentials are same. Potentials at the ends of the rod are equal. So VA, which is equivalent to VB. So here the potentials are same. Finally, I got VA, which is equivalent to VB. See, if the rod rotates about its center, then potential across the ends of the rods are equal. See, this one replaced by this battery. Now you can replace the entire rod like this. This is A, this is O, and B. OA. O is at negative potential, B is at, sorry, A is at positive potential, negative positive. For this side, OB, see negative, because this is negative, so negative and positive. See, this is the battery symbol. So this rod is replaced like this. See here, potentials across the ends of the rods are equal. If the rod rotates about this point O with an angular velocity omega, here potential is VA, potential is VB, VA is equal to VB. For suppose this rod rotates like this. Let us give some names. C, D. It is rotating with angular velocity omega. Same angular velocity. Then for first rod, VA is equal to VB. Potentials are same. For second rod, VC is equal to VD. If I place one more rod, if it is EF, so VE is equal to what? VF. If I place one more rod, something GH. So no doubt VG, VH same. If I take one more, see, if you join all these rods, if you join all these rods at the circumference of the rods, means see you will get some disc shape. So if I join all the rods, see you will get some disc is rotating about its axis, passing through center perpendicular to the plane. And see, on circumference all the potentials are same. So on these circumference potentials are same. See, these are at common potential, nothing but equipotential surfaces. And here length of this rod is how much? L by 2. For suppose if it is a disc, so for a circular disc, for a circular disc rotating about its center perpendicular to the plane. So for a circular disc rotating about its center perpendicular to the plane whose radius is r, then see for this one, how much the answer? EMF from here to here is, because it is rotating about one end. If I take one end, this is L by 2 distance. So how much this value? EMF is equals to B omega L by 2 whole square by 2. So B omega L square by 8. Instead of L by 2, just you take the R. So if I take a small portion of the disc whose radius is how much? R. And that R covers like this. So the R rotates. So here for circular disc, rotating about a fixed point, rotating about a point, fixed point, perpendicular to the plane, then EMF in this case is B omega. If it is L by 2, L by 2 whole square. So B omega L square by 2. Here L nothing but L by 2. But here L nothing but what? R. So for a circular disc formula, you can write directly B omega R square by 2. B omega R square by 2 for a circular disc. Motional EMF for a circular disc rotating about its center perpendicular to the plane. It's rotating like this. Now see one more question. For suppose if the rod is given like this, irregular shape. This is something O, this is A, the distance between O and A is given L, field is into the board, it rotates like this with angular velocity omega. Then what is the answer for the next diagram? Here they given wire of irregular shape. So rotating about a fixed point something O, then how much EMF? So motional EMF is equivalent to, here also this irregular shape wire is replaced by a rod whose length is L, because L is the displacement. In EMF V cross B dot L bar. L bar is not a distance, it is a displacement. So we can write directly motional EMF here is B omega L square by 2 if it rotates. And similarly you try the same diagram. See, already these type of diagrams are covered. This is moves in this direction, moves up, down, moves up. Now you try the same rotation. You try the same thing, you will get the answers. Otherwise I'll give one question. See, see the given this diagram. Since this is something O, A, B, this is something 4 meters. Let us take 3 meters for easy calculations. 4 meter, 3 meters, and it is rotating like this. Or you can take up or down. That's not a problem. So direction of induced current will changes. So omega. Now the questions are find VO, VA, VO, VB, VA, VB. See, same questions. Potential difference between O and A, O and B, A and B. You find it. Find the potential difference between 2 points, O and A. Of course, that potential difference is nothing but emotional EMF. You may get positive or negative based on the highest potential and lowest potential. Now you take only OA part outside, then find it. You will get VO, VA, or you may get negative or positive. Negative means direction of induced current is opposite to you, like that. If you got positive means direction of induced current is okay. So in the same direction. What they, so we'll see. Take OA outside and take a small part. It rotating up. So if I take a small part, if I take O, A, now this part is moving up, field is into the board, V cross B, now induced current is what direction? Induced current is left. So this can be replaced with a battery symbol like this, plus minus O, A. Which is highest potential? O is highest potential. So you will get this as a positive answer, VO minus VA. Then how much it is? VO minus VA is equals to B omega L square. How much L? 4 square by 2. L square. L is 4 meter. So VO VA is this is 8B omega. 8B omega. I got VO VA. Try VO VB. VO VB. Identify O is at highest potential or B is at highest potential. So try V, O, VB. So what is the gap between O and B? Say I have taken 3, 4, so it is 5. This is 5 meter. It is also rotating. If I take a small part, so the small part also moving. So small part is moving like this. Okay, and field is into the board. Induced current is this side. So again O is at highest potential. So VO minus VB, which is equivalent to B omega L square. How much L square now? 25. So 25 B omega by 2. So 25 B omega by 2. So I got finally VO minus VB. And anyhow we calculated VO VA also. So by using these you try to find VA VB. So find the potential difference between A and B. So let us take this is equation number 1 and 2. So subtract 1 and 2. So VO minus VB minus VO plus this is VA, and see 25 B omega by 2, 8 B omega. Here VO gets cancelled, VA minus VB, which is equivalent to 9 B omega by 2. 9 B omega by 2. So finally we got 9b omega by 2. Yeah, see one more question. Okay, you try this. See the given circular loop, and see this is the loop, circular conducting loop, and this point is O, P, Q, something R, small r is the radius, and this is rotating like this with an angular velocity omega. Then here you try to find VO, VQ, VO, VP. Okay, so VP minus VQ. You try to find these questions. OP nothing but OR. So the loop radius is given small r, and it is rotating about this point O. Then find VO minus VQ, VO minus VP, VP minus VQ. Try these three questions first. See VO VQ. So VO VQ, O to Q. Just replace this semicircular wire with a rod. Replace the semicircular wire with a rod. So that semicircular wire I am going to replace with a rod and fix it at O, rotating like this, and this distance is clear, sorry, displacement 2r. This is O, this is Q, and rotates like this. So it rotates upward. So field is into the board, V cross B. So which side current will flow? Left side. This is V, B is into the board. So there will be a induced current left side. That means O is at positive potential, Q is at negative potential. See here, O is positive potential, Q is negative potential. And see VO minus VQ, which is equivalent to B omega L square by 2. What is L here? L nothing but length of the rod. Length of the rod is here 2r, 4r square, 2b omega r square. So I got VO VQ. Similarly, you try to find VO VP. VO VP. So this quadrant of a loop just to replace with a rod. So what is the length of this rod? R, this is root 2r. So this rod, OQ. So this is O, this is Q, and rotating like this. V and field is into the board, root 2r. So VO minus VQ is B omega L square. How much L square? Root 2r square. Then B omega R square. VO minus VQ. Just check the answers. VO minus VQ, I got it as B omega R square. Now by using these two equations, just to subtract, you will get the answers. So subtract or add. So here VO VQ, and here what is this? Sorry, this is point P, P, P. So subtract 1 and 2. What is 1? VO minus VQ minus VO plus VP, which is equivalent to 2B omega R square minus B omega R square. So B omega R square. So VP minus VQ is B omega R square is the required answer. So you can find OR, OQ, whatever. Okay. So follow the conceptual way. Okay. Here I am replacing OP as a length which is equivalent to root 2r. So up to now we covered motional EMF in rotating a rod. Now let me give one general question based on induced EMF and induced current. So one simple circuit I am going to give. Find induced EMF, induced current in the circuit as shown, and find the direction of the induced current also. See the given two horizontal rails, frictionless horizontal rails. So these are the frictionless horizontal rails in which a rod whose length is let us take 1 meter, moves with a speed of 1 meter per second, resistance is 1 ohm, it is connected to the external resistance of something 5 ohm. Now the target is to find out induced EMF, induced current, and field is given 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Tesla. Magnetic field which is into the board, that is given as 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Tesla. So simple question, identify the direction of induced current. Here the rod moves with a speed of 1 meter per second, length of the rod is 1 meter, resistance of the rod is 1 ohm, and external resistance is given 5 ohm. Target is EMF and current. Here V, B, L all are perpendicular. Then induced EMF is very clear, BVL. How much B? 2 into 10 raised to minus 2, velocity is 1. Okay, for our convenience I have taken 1, 1, 1 like this. Okay, now EMF is 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 volt. This is the induced EMF. Okay, so and we got EMF. Let us find the induced current. Induced current is nothing but induced EMF by effective resistance. EMF is I got 2 into 10 raised to minus 2. Effective resistance is 1 plus 5. These two are in series. Don't think these two are parallel. This is end to end connection. 1 plus 5. Now 1 plus 5, 6. 1 by 3, 10 raised to minus 2 ampere induced current. And identify the direction of the current. As the rod moves like this, field is into the board. Use V cross B rule. V cross B. So V cross B. Then what is the direction of induced current? In this direction. So here the current flow is in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Otherwise, if any confusion is there, you can apply Fleming's right hand rule. So if I apply the Fleming's right hand rule, see the motion of the conductor. Field is into the board, conductor is moving like this. See, the thumb shows motion of the conductor. Thumb shows motion of the conductor. Now see the middle finger. Middle finger shows upwards, means induced current is like this. Anti-clockwise. Okay. Okay, up to now we have covered plenty of applications related to motional EMF. Okay, means motional EMF when rod moves with a speed V and when rod rotates. Okay, motional EMF in rotating rod also we got it. Now let me talk few words about some current, call it as eddies currents. Eddy currents. Yeah, so far we know when a moving conductor cuts the magnetic field lines, then some EMF is induced. That EMF, call it as motional EMF. Here in the same manner, when a bulk pieces of metals, okay, some metal pieces are subjected to the change in magnetic flux. Let us suppose this is the some north pole, okay, this is some south pole. here if any bulk pieces of metals, let us suppose this is the some piece of metal cut in different ways. So bulk pieces of metal, if these bulk pieces of metal are subjected to the change in magnetic flux, okay, when a bulk pieces of metals are subjected to the change in magnetic flux, means if this piece cuts the lines, see these are the lines of forces, these are the lines of forces. When metal piece cuts these lines of forces, when a metal piece cuts these lines of forces, then some currents are flown in this metal piece, some currents are flown in this metal piece when this metal piece cuts the magnetic field lines. So if a bulk piece of metals are enters into the magnetic field or leaves out the magnetic field, then some currents are induced in the metal pieces, and these currents, some circulating currents are induced. These currents are looks like a eddies, eddies on some surface of water, eddies on surface of water. And these circulating currents, these some curling currents, eddies on surface of water. So these currents, call it as eddies currents, or we can call it as Foucault's current. Eddies currents, or we can call it as Foucault's current. So what are Foucault's currents? When a bulk pieces of metals, when a bulk pieces of metals are subjected to the change in magnetic flux, when a bulk pieces of metals are subjected to the change in magnetic flux, then some currents are induced in the metal surfaces, and those currents are looks like a some curling currents or eddies on surface of water. So those currents call it as eddy currents, or it is also called as Foucault's current. Foucault's scientist name, Foucault's current. And this concept, this eddy current concepts we use in induction stove. So this is one of the applications, induction stove and induction furnace, induction furnace. And this concept also helpful in magnetic brakings in trains, magnetic braking in trains, and some electromagnetic damping, and some electric power meters. Okay, so these are some few applications of eddy currents. Okay, so try to read from NCERT. Okay, so these are some applications of eddy currents: induction stove, induction furnace, magnetic braking in trains. Okay, some electromagnetic damping, means stop the motion of the electron, damping nothing but decreasing amplitudes, and electric power meters. Okay, see this.